Now, for your delectation, Books Unplugged would like to present Being There.
What's here now? Books Unplugged. Books Unplugged. Adaptation for your delectation now. Books Unplugged. Here with Ed and Dan. Books Unplugged. Page to screen and in between. Books Unplugged. Which would you destroy?
Hello, I'm Dan.
And I'm Ed.
And this is Books Unplugged. And today we were talking about the book and the movie Being There.
Being There. I'm going to read my summary
because
I wrote the best summary I've ever written. So I'm going to read it. Being There is about an illiterate, TV-addicted gardener who accidentally rises to political importance through keeping his mouth shut, wearing expensive hand-me-downs, and pure chance in a biting satire on intelligence, success, race, and politics.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I was proud of that. I was happy with that one.
Yeah.
But I need to ask you, we need to get started, enough of self-aggrandizing. What's your major love?
Books, I need them unplugged, baby. Books, I need them unplugged now.
What's the big thing? If you got one thing to pick between the book or the movie or whatever, what's the main thing that you love?
The main thing that I love, and it's about the book and the movie, is in this story how all these different people see what they want to see out of chance and just roll with that. It's just so interesting. It's like this self-absorbedness of certain narcissistic people or something that whatever he says, it goes into their ears and turns into like, oh, this guy likes everything I say or whatever.
Yeah, everybody assumes he's brilliant because he doesn't say much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with that too. I mean, pretty much my major love. I mean, that he's just so calm. Yeah. And I think that calmness and quietness just walks away with everyone. He's like a...
It's like a mirror.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's like a circus mirror.
Yeah, that's mine too. That and Shirley MacLaine. Come on, Shirley.
No.
Amazing in that movie.
Yeah. How about hate? Anything that you majorly hate about the movie or book?
Mainly, I mean, and it's not in the book, but I mean, I don't feel, I mean, this is a quibble, I guess, but it's not very realistic. In general, it's not very realistic, but in the movie, that Raphael thing, you know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, do you know Raphael and all this kind of stuff, and like it's it's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. He's got at the beginning
they're trying to make some type of race thing or something.
Some kind of race joke.
But it doesn't seem like that's who he is.
Yeah, it doesn't, right? And it seems like a little too simple, and it seems like kind of going out of the way to make a comment on race, which isn't in the book, and is pretty unnecessary, I think. So that's my major hate. How about you? You got any? What do you?
I did not really have a major hate. Just for the fact that I when I finished the book, it's a short book. And I was like, whoa, I'm done. It was kind of like when I sit home and eat Oreo cookies in the dark, and then I've like gone through a sleeve, and I'm just like, whoa, I felt like I was going to have Being There poops afterwards or something.
You have Oreo poops?
You don't?
Books Unplugged. Adaptation for your delectation now.
60 seconds.
60 seconds
60
on
seconds
the clock.
on the clock. I love the gardening references that he's always making, that people just soak up as metaphor when they're not metaphors.
Yeah. I love obviously the how he references everything from TV. It comes across a little bit better in the movie, but that was right off the bat.
I hate the inconsistency of Chance's complexity of thought. It's inconsistent. Sometimes he's like the most simple, but then sometimes he's like making, it's like, I feel like the narrator in the book at least could have made some of the more complex thoughts as opposed to putting him in Chance, because it changes the character a little bit too much for me. I didn't like that.
Yeah. I love that in the book when Chance steps outside for the first time, because he's never been out of this house. And he steps outside, and then he tells himself, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm not afraid because it looks just like TV." He's like, "Oh, it looks just like TV. I'm gonna be fine."
I love that he accepts his name change. They just changed his name from Chance to Chauncey, and he's like,
it just goes with it. Doesn't correct them.
No,
Yeah,
Chauncey.
I love in the movie the use of commercials and TV programs that are on in the background, or the types of shows that he's watching.
Yeah,
you know,
it's cool.
he's just sitting there, he's watching Mr. Rogers, and Shirley MacLaine doesn't think anything of it. You know.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too. I like
Yeah.
that too. So the choices are pretty good in that. I think the movie's pretty well done. I love that he doesn't lie.
Okay.
He unintentionally misleads people through silence.
Yeah, well, I don't think he really is misleading them. He's just quiet because he doesn't know what to say.
I said he's unintentionally misleading people.
Unintentionally
Misleading people.
And then more little people, they don't like the silence, so they're just
So
going
they
to
just
fill it.
it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
The
almost
only exception,
realistic.
I think, the only person who isn't fooled is the doctor. I don't think the doctor was really fooled.
Yeah,
I think he knew that something
in the
was
movie.
up.
In the book,
In the
that's
movie,
not,
yeah, you
nobody,
don't see it.
But in
Yeah.
Bookity Books Unplugged.
we gotta do what's in the book, man.
Quiz time.
Quiz time. I'll start.
All right.
Was it in the book? Walking on the water.
Oh, going right at the end there, huh?
Yep. Was it in the book?
No.
It was not.
Not in the book.
Not in the book. It's not
very-
in the book. He does not walk on the water in
It's
the book.
a very weird thing at the end, you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's cool. I liked
opens
it.
for conversation at the end or whatever,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
cool.
Yeah.
I was in. I didn't mind the change.
Louise seeing Chance on TV and then saying, all you have to do is be white to get on TV.
That's not.
No,
It's not in the book.
she dies. It's not in the movie. Yeah, she
Not in the-
dies
yeah.
in the book. She she leaves in the book and it's not even there.
There's a whole bunch of race stuff in that I just
That they
the
brought,
Raphael,
they brought
the
her
Louise,
back. Yeah,
yeah. I didn't like
No,
any of that.
Louise died. Yeah, she did die
Yeah,
in
she
the
died.
book. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Talk of the presidency. Talk of the presidency. At the end of the movie,
Yeah,
they're talking
yes.
about vice presidency. So kinda.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
book,
to get him in.
They
yeah.
wanted to get him in as vice
Yeah.
president.
I did like that ending better.
I
in the
did
book.
too.
With those whatever they are, the stone cutters or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it was cool. It was a nice. It was a
talking
nice
about
ending.
who they need, and
Yeah.
picking Chance because they think he'll be
What do
easily
you got?
moldable. Concept of the elevator. This is a small room. When they go into
I know what you're talking about. It's not there.
No, it's not in there.
Not
in
good.
there.
I like to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is it. Oh, you do.
The horny scene
Yeah.
is in there. Got any more?
I don't read newspapers.
No.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
It is in there. It is. Yep.
I give
Yep.
up. I give up. I gotta learn how to read one of these days. Okay, well, this one we already kind of touched on. The doctor. Is the doctor in the book?
Yeah.
No,
He isn't?
he isn't. The doctor's not in the book.
Oh, I guess they're like, we have a doctor to look at you and stuff.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
it's
But
not
he
the-
doesn't have a character. Yeah.
Yeah, he's no character.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Yeah.
like because the doctor is an active character. He's
Yeah.
he's dubious of Chauncey Chance. But no, it's not in
Yeah.
there.
I don't have anything else.
Is he found out?
What? Is he found out in the book?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No one ever suspects.
Best bit of the movie is
EE seducing Chance. When he's in bed and she's
Yeah.
he's just repeating everything back to her and it's just getting her hot
Oh, she
about
is-
how it's like, oh, here's a man, he's listening to me, he's being attentive. And like, I think it was that part of like, oh, I just like to watch. And she's like,
I
okay.
like to watch.
Yeah.
I like to watch.
Yeah. I thought that was
I feel like I do love that part. It's a like stand out, but I kind of feel like is he a eunuch? Wait, how is he not?
well, there's some tips in the book,
There are, but
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
which I've got a section.
Okay, well, I'll leave it
for-
then.
yeah.
So, I think the best bit for me in the movie is the ending. I like the change. I like the walking on the water. Life is a state of mind. I think it makes a stronger point than the end of the book.
Oh. I'm finding a trend here that a lot of my favorite parts of the book are in the beginning. Because here's mine. Where in the book, Chance is trying to prove that he exists to the two lawyer people that come into the house You know, and he's like, well, I planted those bushes.
Yeah, that's funny.
And, you know, I fixed that tree. And here's like, so, you know, I exist. I'm here. It's like, well, there's no record of you. He's like, well, it was like, who would have done all this?
Yeah, well, how could we?
Yeah.
There's no. Okay, well, let's just go to it. Should have been there for Dan. I don't even think I have a should have been there. So yeah.
Chance has sex with that guy.
He doesn't exactly have sex with him. The guy like jerks off on his shoe,
or
and
no,
he thinks
he
he's
wants
sick.
to put his foot on the. He wants Chance to put his foot on his neck or his stomach or something
really
while he's masturbating. Yeah,
weird, crazy scene.
yeah. And then he just comes out of there. It's like, yeah. So the guy that takes advantage of Chance in the bathroom.
It's pretty great.
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
And then he just comes out just like nothing has happened.
Not just unfazed.
Right.
Unfazed. He's a gardener. I mean, there's a bit of zen in Chauncey. Chance. Peter Sellers. Anyway, so yeah, should have been there. I don't know if I agree with it should have been there, but it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
It would have.
I mean, because the movie was pretty tight to what was in the book.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Just little differences.
Books de boing, book and de boing, and books de boing.
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking as a
And
part?
again, we were back to Shirley MacLaine.
Shirley MacLaine is so. Oh, I just patted my. Sorry about that.
This is where we take a scene from the movie.
We take a scene from the movie. We go into the actor's head and we tell you what they're thinking during the scene.
From the book.
Thinking that he ought to show a keen interest in what E.E. was saying. Shirley MacLaine is E.E. And what E.E. was saying, Chance resorted to repeating her parts of her own sentences, a practice he had observed on TV. In this fashion, he encouraged her to continue and elaborate. Each time Chance repeated E.E.'s words, she brightened and looked more confident. In fact, she became so at ease that she began to punctuate her speech by touching now his shoulder, now his arm. Her words seemed to float inside his head. He observed her as if she were on television.
And
if you want the key
Shirley MacLaine could gently touch me on the shoulder.
No
and knee
joke. And if you want
anytime.
to curry someone's favor, repeat what they say.
Books Unplugged. Which would you destroy?
Which would you destroy?
Which would I destroy? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd destroy
Tough
the.
one for you?
I guess I'd destroy the book. Yeah, I didn't really make. I didn't have a. I remember this. I didn't write that down.
That's funny. I had a whole bunch of other stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
I destroy the book. I mean, it's good and all,
because
but
it's Peter Sellers, I guess, mainly, and I kind of like the ending a little better. I think they drive the point home a
Yeah.
little stronger, and because it's about television, it makes
yeah.
sense.
And I think
that
they
it's-
integrate the commercials and TV to
do a
have
nice
like
job of that.
a layer of meaning and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so we'll destroy the book.
Yeah, the music was really good with using that 2001 score
Yeah,
when
music
he's
was
like
good.
walking out and going on the street.
And Peter Sellers is just kind of wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything that Peter Sellers does. So yeah, thank you for joining us for Books Unplugged,
Yeah.
our episode where we look at being there.
Let us know which would you destroy if
Yeah,
you had
if-
read the book or seen the movie.
No, I don't think a lot of people read this book. We did our research.
I was
before
surprised.
This.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very popular
big
book.
Peter
and movie.
Sellers.
I think
It's a funny book. It's a really good funny book,
it is. It
Yeah.
is, and it still kind of holds a little bit true.
but the movie's better.
Yeah, movie's better.
Yeah.
Ed and Dan would like to thank you for joining them on Books Unplugged, page to screen and all that's in between. If you like the vibe, please like and subscribe.
Like lazy and letting the boss
Yeah.
walk over and stuff. He's like, come on.
Dabba-doo-babba-doo-ba.